Hello everybody, Gliderman here. So today we're going to be looking at JFrames and making windows in Java, and not the operating system, the little windows that you see here on the screen, actually. Not quite this advanced, but we'll get there. I'm sorry if I don't quite cover everything properly here. I mean, I should, but I just recorded 2 episodes without realizing that the microphone was set to the wrong one. And so I didn't record my voice. So yay for this kind of stuff happening. So let's jump right into it. Let's go up here and we're going to make a JFrame, as we're going to make a frame for us to put everything into. And it begins with J, as that denotes that it's a newer style of doing this. Previously there was AWT, which I forget the exact acronym now, but that was an older style, and it's still around a little bit. It's more compatible with the older stuff, and now Swing is, well, I say it's not really new, but it's newer, and so that's the preferred way of using it now, and you use J on the beginning. So if this was Frame, this would be using the AWT. With J, it's using Swing. We're using Swing. So we're just going to call our variable of a JFrame frame, and then we're going to click here, and we're going to import the JFrame. As we're going to be doing quite a lot in this, and we're going to be importing quite a few things in the next episode, which I know, I just recorded that. We're going to be using an asterisk, which is denoted basically as a wildcard. So it'll import everything in the javax.swing package, instead of, cluttering up our import statements up here with a ton. So let's go down here and let's create that frame. So we're going to do frame is assigned a new JFrame, and then we're going to pass in a window title here, and we're just going to call it project 1, just like that. And so we're going to add a semicolon to the end. And to make it visible, we need to call the method to set it visible. So let's do frame dot set visible, and that's going to take a boolean to set it either true or false, which allows you to hide it when you don't want it visible. So let's click true, and then we'll save that, and we'll run. Now, it's not going to quite look proper. You don't need to worry about this. This is just something that's getting deprecated, and I'm not sure what's going to happen with it. But yeah, here's our little window that we created. It's kind of scrunched up, but we can drag it out, and you can see it's got the proper title and that kind of stuff. And it's actually pretty empty. So let's work on fixing some of this stuff. And you're also going to see, when I close that, it actually isn't jumping back to Eclipse. I have to quit that separately, which is harder for you to see, but I can see that pretty clearly. So we're going to do frame.set the default close operation, and we're going to pass in an integer. Now, instead of us trying to randomly guess what that integer would be, we're going to do JFrame.exit on close, which is an integer already defined that it knows what it is and can compare it to and know what to do when we close the window. Now we're going to do a frame.setSize, and we're going to set the width and the height. So we're going to make it 400 pixels wide and 300 pixels tall. Now down here we also need to make sure that we put it someplace visible, preferably in the middle of the screen. So let's do that. So we're going to do frame.set location, set location, and then we're going to do it relative to, and then we pass in a component, and that can be, similar to frames, there's buttons, there's labels, there's panels, so they all tie back to being a component. In this case, we're actually just going to set it relative to null, or nothing, and that will put it in the center of the screen. So let's run that, and you're going to see that we've got our window here, and that was no editing magic or anything. So it's still resizable and that kind of stuff, but it came with the preset size of the 400 by 300, and its location here, and when we close this, we pop back to Eclipse. So let's just clear that and go back here. So that's a brief introduction to frames, and in the next episode, we'll be working on actually putting stuff into there, such as buttons and panels. So I'll see you there. Bye!